Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be viewing this Victoria from. I greet you, and if this is the first time you've viewing my channel, please click on subscribe button as you'll be getting the latest video or tutorial on web creation, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and algorithm. Okay, and of course slash on like button, and this will also make our channels to be visible to as many who also want to learn. Okay, this content is for all for free. Okay, so today I'm going to be teaching you HTML, CSS, and JavaScript creating game. I'm going to be using this three technology to create game. Okay, I'm creating the game of guessing where the user will come in, supply username, then suggest the number. The computer also suggests number, then it compares the two numbers together. So if you get it right, you win. Okay, and if you get it wrong, you of course. Now let's get started. The first thing we need to do now is to create HTML file. So I'm going to be let's call it game. Should we call it game? Yeah, let's call it game.html. Okay, let's create all the file we need: game.css and game.js. Okay, these are the three files we need. Okay, so let's link all of those together. Now I hold my shift then one, so it suggested that click on it. That's boilerplate for you. Okay, so I'm going to be changing this document, the title, to, should we call it game? Guess game. Okay, let's call it that. Then let's link our um, css file. So to do that, we click on link css. Then what's the name of the css? Look at it, game.css. So change that to, okay. Now let's link our javascript also. Let's use this one, source, then you write the name game.js. Okay, let's check if it's work. Let's run our code first. If I will be running it on go live, so if you don't have that, go to where we have the extension. This is Visual Studio Code. So extension, click on extension here, search for live server to install live server. Okay, so I'm not connected to the internet. Okay, but if you are connected, when you put live server, it brings out the live server. The first option, click on it, install it, then you have access to what I have access to here as well. That's me go live. Or when you right click on the HTML, you will see open with what, live server. So that is it. So let's see. Cool. This is it. We have the title display here already, and we have HTML, game.html there. Let's get started. So first thing first, if a builder want to build how they start doing the foundation, erect the blocks, and after then, if it's going up, they do the decking, they put another erection of block. After then the roof, then they start plastering. So we're going to follow the same process. We are constructing a full-fledged game. So that game is going to have HTML structure first, then we use CSS to design it, and also the actions. Okay, we're going to use JavaScript to do that. And of course, trust me, I'm going to walk you through. I've not created this before. Now we are creating it live and direct. Okay, so let me give you the algorithm to follow so that you have it. Let's create a file called readme. So I'm going to give you that algorithm, and of course I'm going to be making the code available on my GitHub, so you can clone there. And if you fork from there, you should also start the repo, and also follow me on GitHub. Okay, all right. Now let's put this readme is going to contain the algorithm to follow. What is an algorithm according to computer science? Algorithm is a step-by-step way of solving what? A particular problem. Okay, go read rhythms. Okay, so it's the way of what is a step-by-step way of solving particular what problems. Okay, particular problem. So the first problem of this game, the algorithm for the game, the algorithm for the game now is number one. We are to show the um, prompt components to allow the user for user entry. Okay, let's say prompt component for the user name. Yeah, for the username. Okay, then will display as soon as the user enters his or her name, will display level selection panel, uh, panel, or let's call it component also. Okay, yeah. After then, when you enter the level, it should display um, player interface. Okay, where you enter the value. Then, if anyone, okay, we should display the result, of course. Yeah, pop the results component. Okay, I think that's cool. Now then, end the game, and the game, or try again anyhow. Okay, now end the game. So this is the step-by-step way of solving the particular problem. Our step one is to what? Is to show the prompt component for the user name. Okay, then the step two is to display the level selection. Step three is to do what? Yeah, display user interface. Then step 4 is to pop up the what? The result component. And lastly, step 5, end the game. Oh, I end the game, sorry again. All right, let's get started. Now, first thing first, let's create a container. Oh, container, good. Okay, and of course, let's equally see if all these are well linked first. Let's check if this is well linked. We've not added anything yet, but let's do something. Let's add a color to check if background, to check if it is well linked together with that. Okay, black, good, well linked. All right, so let's check for the JavaScript as well. Let's see if JavaScript is well linked. Remember, this is it. So let's add some alerts there. Alert. Yes, let's say yes. Yes, this is well linked. Okay, let's refresh. Yep, yes, this is well linked. So we're good to go now. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, first thing first, let's comment this. We don't need, we just check it, right? And also let's remove any predefined margin. It's very essential. Let's remove any predefined margin. So if you have not seen the tutorial I dropped before this one, please go under web program. If you enter the channel, you will see it's being structured. Under web program, you can see it there. You will learn all about the space, predefined space and the like. Okay, now let's put something first. We need a container. Don't forget, container to collect input. Container papa username. Let's call it username. Okay, username. Cool. So the username we need we'll need username. Then inside the username, let's say let's call it form. Okay, user container form. Should we call it container form or container? Okay, let's call it user container. User name input. Username input. Okay, now we need a label. Let's put the label. Let's call it username. Then let's call it let's put inputs of type text. Then placeholder user name. So what else do we need? Let's give it a class. Let's call it username, of course. We're giving it a lot. And let's give it a name also, username. Okay, what this name we do or does is that it maps this label with the input. So for the name, so this name is very important because of this label. Okay, now what else we need to do is to add button. Okay, enter your name. Okay, enter your name. Then let's put a button there as well. Button to trigger the event. Let's call it start. Is it start? Should we put something of this nature? Let's check. It's cool. Okay. Alright. Or should we put start? Alright, let's put start. Okay, I think this is okay. Now type of the button. Let's put submit. Okay, then let's wrap this inside. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so we have submit and we have this. So let's move. So this is the first thing first. Remember user component. Let me comment that. We call it from our pseudocode there. From our algorithm, we say displays user component. Good. So the user component starts from there and ends here. So the next component we need is what? Let's check. Selection. Okay, let's create that also. Let me comment that. Let me put it here. So we're saying container. This should be outside. Sorry. So this one is definitely here. Yes, this is the end, and this is the start. Here is the start. Okay, so yes. So the next one now is level selection component. Let's say dot container level. Okay, so inside the level, let me picture what we want to do. Okay, levels. Okay, that's levels. Trying to picture how the interface is going to look like. Okay, levels. So we're going to be having h1 says h1. So inside this level, we're going to be displaying the name of the user. Okay, or let's leave that one out first. I'm going to show you what that means. Okay, h1 select. Okay, then we have let's say options multiply by, yes, that multiplication. We want to replicate three instances of div. Okay, that's it. Then we start with easy. We have easy, we have intermediate, then we had advanced or hard. Let's put hard. Okay, so here let's put you will guess the number from 1 to 10. That makes it easy. It's easy to guess that. Here we guess from 1 to 50, and here we expect the user to guess the number from 1 to 100. So I think that's that for this one too. Is the end of the end. Let's say end. I'm going to break this video into 3 parts. Okay, this one for the HTML, then the CSS follows, and followed by the JavaScript. Okay, so you can follow along so that it won't be too long. Okay, this is it. So this is the component select component, and this is the user input component. So the next component we need here is the play interface. So let's create that as well. So let's call these let me comment that. So we are going to call this container underscore player underscore player interface. Good. All right, so let me check how it's going to be. We're going to be needing okay, you're welcome, a greeting. Okay, you're welcome. Let's put that, but it's not actually necessary. Welcome note, welcome notes or message. Good. User or I say welcome user. Okay, so all right, let me change this div to h1. h1. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's create a div. So let's replicate this. We are to create the entry. Okay, let's say guess form. Okay, good. So inside the guest form, we need a label for user uh, guess. Okay, so input is going to be text as well. Then place order, enter your guess. Yeah, all right. Name is going to be user underscore guess. All right, if you notice these are two underscore, okay, but here I use only one underscore. You see, just single one. All right, then the class name, let's give it a name, the same name. Yes, of course. Good. So we need a button to say done. Yeah, let's call it done button. Submit or submit. Let's call it submit. So the type also, the type of the button is submit. Then what else do we add to that? Let's add a class as well. Let's call this submit, and let's call this start button. Okay, cool. That's good. So let's check. Good, we have it here. Can you see? So we have the user in entry, we have the selection component, and we have the play user play interface. Okay, that's the hand also. Hands. Yeah. So next, let's check our readme. Next is to the pop the results component. Pop up the result component. So let's create that component as well. Then we end the video there. I will start the CSS styling our erected structure. Okay, now we start with container underscore result component. Okay, all right, let me comment that as well. Let me comment that. Good. So let's say end here also, and here. Good. Then we need how do we do that? We display that. Then we need small here results area. Okay, this will be where the result will be displayed. What do we need to show? We need an h1. Yes, do we need it? I'm trying to figure out something. Yes, show this one. Should we need the line? Alright, we don't actually need that. Okay, let's use h1 results, win or lose. Okay, then we need the button. So let's say group button double underscore button multiplied by 2. So we need to, we say cancel end the game. End the game. Confirm. Okay, should we call it confirm or end the game? Let's see, what should we do after you play the game finish? Okay, we'll call it okay. So let's put okay. All right, we have okay. Of course, we're going to render this, confirm or try again. Confirm or try again. So that's going to be what we're going to render this based on the results. Okay, based on the result, we're going to be using JavaScript to do that. So we are done with the first part of the guess game. So watch out for the CSS, how we're going to style our erected structure. Thank you. Please remember to subscribe, and equally smash the like button. See you in the next video.